was your Halloween, Marcus?
It was good. It was relaxing. I was actually in bed early. I was, a little tired. I had a midterm that day, and it was nice to just kind of get off my feet and relax.
How'd you enjoy the break, the days off? Did you get some just downtime to relax?
Yeah, it was nice just to kind of, relax, watch some games, and really just kind of enjoy the time off. Hang out with some of my roommates, play little video games, and get off my feet a little bit.
Initial thoughts on Stanford?
They got some guys like every team does. Up front they're big and they like to control the line of scrimmage. Their back end's good. They got guys that can really make plays back there. So, again, it's one of those deals we got to continue to just focus on what we got to do, and hopefully we're able to kind of just get off the ball and just get things going.
How much have you watched last year's game film at this point now, and been able to pick up things that they did that really slowed you guys down?
Yeah, you kind of look at last year's game, and then you got to combine that with the film from this year, and obviously they're gonna have a little different tendencies this year, but for us, we just got to make sure that we understand what our assignments are, and we should be okay.
What can you guys fix from last season?
For one thing for me especially was take care of the ball through interception right before half, and just go out there and play. I think a lot of times we were hesitating a little bit. We weren't sure some of the fronts that we were seeing. That stuff we're really gonna have to clean up, and hopefully just come out and execute.
You started 21 games here, 21. That game sticks out like a sore thumb among some of them, not only because you lost, but because you guys scored 14 points, whereas you averaged like 50. Mm-hmm. What were they doing specifically? Was it more them or was it more you guys?
It was a combination of both. They had a good team, defensive team last year. They're a good this year as well. But last year, a lot of times we were really hesitant on what we were seeing, and if we really just focus on our assignments, and make sure we understand that we got to focus on our keys, then eventually we'll be okay. We just got to make sure we execute it.
How much did that loss bother you?
It bothered me for a couple of days, but last year right before, because it was leading into Oregon State, and the older guys really like Deion Jordan and Michael Clay really just kind of helped me flush it out. Then they said it's one game, you got to focus on the next one, and I was able to just kind of come back that Monday and just focus on what I had to do for the rest of the week.
Did that experience make you better?
Definitely.
Experience of failure?
Yes, and you kind of, when you experience it, it helps you not fear it. And there's a lot of times when you go out there and you feel failure, and that's not the way you should play football. And I think getting that out of my system, being able to kind of go through that, really just kind of helped me this year.
Kind of along that same line, Marcus, so you'll know Stanford a bit better this year to give you a little bit more, intuition of what they're going to do.
Right, and especially going through last year, having playing them, and obviously it's going to give us a little more confidence. It's another year that we were able to kind of be together as an offensive unit. So again, it's just got to go out there and execute. It's honestly as simple as that. We just got to go out there and focus on what we have to do and make sure we execute it to the best of our abilities.
Marcus, how have you seen Alejandro handle failure?
He's been an awesome sport about it, and I think he's really learned and grown from it. A lot of times, especially with people, especially with what he's had to experience, it's a token to his character. I think a lot of people would kind of dig a hole and try to hide, but he really just kind of approached it, stood tall and stood firm, and really just become a better person for me.
Do you interact with him like on a game week or even during a game, or do you allow a kicker to hang by himself?
He's a pretty social guy, so he'll come around and he'll talk story with anybody really. So I think he likes to do his own thing, but I think he's a pretty social guy enough to the point where he likes to hang out with a lot of the guys.
Marcus, you like everyone else refer to faceless opponents, but you've also talked about how much of a competitor you are. Mm-hmm. You take it to people on FIFA, right? Or FIFA, whatever it's called. So given the fact this is the only team that's ever beaten you, this has to be more than just a faceless opponent, right?
It can't be more than a face, because that takes away from what we've developed and what we've built here. And I'm just gonna approach it just like any other game. It's been successful for us. And if I try to press and try to do too much, that's gonna get us out of our rhythm. So I'm just gonna focus like how I have been, and just take care of the ball.
Is there a chip on your shoulder though?
I guess so. Yeah. it's hard to say that there's not a chip on my shoulder, but I can't let that get in front of what we have as a team goal, and I'm gonna put that aside and just focus on what I got to do.
But there has to be a heightened awareness based on what this game ultimately means.
It's just another game for us, and we're gonna go out there like we always do every week. It was a good question.
We're trying.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're trying.
It's okay, and we're gonna approach it just like any other week. Today was our Monday, and that's all we focused on.
Have you thought about a career in politics after you're done playing?
No, not at all.
I know you've talked a lot about the ball being your ally, but does it even surprise you that you haven't thrown an interception since that one you were talking about against Stanford last year?
I don't know. I haven't really honestly thought about it. I just try my best to make sure that we finish with the ball. And it's really just a combination of different efforts. I mean, the coaches have really harped on us throughout. Every single week. It's always take care of the ball, and it's been no different. And I think just to be able to have that, it becomes second nature, really. And hopefully, I can continue to be well with the ball.
Are you superstitious at all? Do you not want to talk about stuff like that because you don't want to jinx it?
No, not at all. I have several superstitions, but that's just for myself. Other stuff I really don't care. We can talk about all we want.
What are your superstitions?
I usually try to call my mom or hang out with if they come in town, my parents before a game. I make sure I got to call her or call my dad just to get that and just to listen to them talk. They kind of really relax me. And then I have one kind of weird one is I always put my left shoe on before my right. My buddy back home always told me to do that, so I kind of always have done that.